So if you saw the last show,
What?
your daughter got me this little contraption here. A toot in a box. Well, in between shows, daughter just made her own toot and tried to blame it on the pen.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Una.
I promise you, because of this...
Is Unibrow reporting from Manchester on the Bear? Or Murfreesboro?
No.
Una's not in the house?
No.
She's assessing the situation, isn't she?
She's on a rendezvous.
Pregnant with a big foot.
Anyway, I was going to do the opening, and then I got cut off, so I was like, whoa. That's the sound I made.
I'm sorry. Okay, let's go. I'm sorry.
Welcome back to Cranial Diarrhea, coming to you from Area 57. I am Tiffany.
I am Gooly. I'm here. Hello, Richard. I didn't have time to think of it.
I want to ask a question.
Yes.
Okay. I forgot to put my phone on silent. Oh my. So we pay monthly premiums, right, for insurance. So health, auto, homeowners.
Rich people problems.
Listen. So we pay these monthly premiums.
Yes.
Right? Some of which are... It's just an exorbitant amount for health insurance.
It really is.
Okay.
Health insurance is expensive, but
so
one trip to the hospital and you're sunk if you don't have it.
So what I want to know is why I pay all of this money for an insurance company to come back and tell me, oh, I'm not going to cover that.
Because you chose the wrong insurance company.
It's not what you choose. I didn't choose to go with that insurance company.
Can you buy a supplement to get coverage for it?
I have no idea, but I'm already paying.
Oh, I know. Trust me. Insurance is outrageous. And then that's going to cover
Like, but like, at what point did we say... It's like they're like, you know, fuck you and what your doctor says. Fuck you. But give us your money.
Yeah, insurance knows more than the doctor.
It's crazy
You know, there
to
is
me.
a thing out there now.
It's crazy.
There is a thing out there now, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. But it's where people like pull their money. They pay so much each month, and it's cheaper than insurance. But you pay so much each month into it, and like the members use it to pay the medical bills.
So you all pay into one big pot?
Everybody pays into one big pot.
Oh no, I don't like that.
There's companies that do that now.
No, I don't like that.
Organizations.
I do not like that.
Yeah. So I mean, but it's out there.
Yeah, that reeks of socialism.
It kind of does.
Yeah. No, thank you.
But a lot of
I'm not
people
paying
love
all
it.
that money to
And
pay
it's
Billy
actually-
Bob's medical
and
bills.
here's
Thank
the
you.
funny thing- Here's the funny thing you saying that because it's more of conservative organizations that's offering that, which is actually backwards of what you would think.
Yeah, I don't like that. No, I don't like that.
Well then, Una, all I can say is the next
It's
time
just
you
really,
assess
it's
the
really
situation-
frustrating because like these medications that they're refusing to cover are being purchased by people for weight loss, right? When they're
Right.
actually not. I mean, that's a side effect. Let's be real. But they're initially marketed for type 2 diabetes, and so because they're so popular, because people are using them for weight loss, the price is egregious, and the people that need the medication, whose current medication is not working and need this medication, can't afford to get
Even
it.
with your doctor giving you that note that it was for diabetes and showing that
Even with the
proof,
pre-authorization, it was over $700
That's a-
for a month supply.
Now, is it really necessary for medicine to cost that much?
No, it shouldn't be.
I mean, let's look at Big Pharma.
It shouldn't be.
It's kind of like the oil industry and Big Pharma. Look how much money they are.
But here's, you know what's crazy to me, and insulin isn't cheap either, and thank God I'm not to that point yet. But what's crazy to me is that we are shooting Narcan into anyone we think may need it for free. But diabetics can't get their medication. I can't afford it. It's insane to me. It's backwards. It's insane. And it is so incredibly frustrating.
And I guess
Like, I'm just trying not to die.
the biggest
Okay?
frustrating
I don't care if I'm fat. I'm trying to live.
The biggest frustrating part about that is you probably pay about enough in insurance to cover your medicine.
Absolutely. And we have a high deductible plan, and each individual person has to
Meet the deductible.
meet it's $2,500 deductible before they'll cover anything.
So I do the copay.
Now they'll cover the metformin pills that aren't working.
Was there a reason? Did your doctor figure out why the metformin pills aren't working?
I don't know. No, I guess not.
That's why they want to see you like weekly.
Monthly.
We're going to
Weekly.
change it to weekly.
Jesus. Are you paying that copay? It's $84 every time.
If it's for your health, we'll make it work.
$84 every time.
Wow, mine's only like $25.
You is your insurance plan through the county?
It's actually through the state now.
Well, there you go.
We were county, had their own, but now everybody went to state.
Well, there you go. That's the difference.
Because
It's
a
like
lot
people
more.
on TennCare, right? If you're on TennCare, you can get whatever you need.
I don't know that you really can.
100%. It's all covered. My sister's on it. Everything's covered.
Well, why wouldn't they offer individuals insurance like that? That doesn't make any sense.
I make too much. You have to be under a certain threshold
So let me
of
ask
yearly
you this.
income.
Would you be in favor of socialized medicine then?
No, I would be in favor
where
of.
everyone's covered for 100% of everything.
No, I would not. And
percentage.
here's why. Okay, because if everyone's covered, right, it's gonna take me months to get in to see somebody.
Theoretically,
Yes,
it's not
100%.
supposed to work that way, but in actuality,
That's how it works.
because we have relatives from England that have told us that. But here's my other question. So you're not in favor of that, but are you in favor of a flat tax where everyone pays like a 10% tax?
What I'm in favor of is big pharma not lining their pockets. Okay, that's what I'm in favor of. Help the people that you should be helping and quit doing it for profit.
But in every business for profit.
Business is different, right?
But
If
big
it
pharma
if
is
it
a
comes
business.
between people dying because they can't afford these medications, like something's got to happen there. That's
So-
crazy.
So let me ask you this: Does government step in and control big pharma then if it's not an independent business?
I don't
because
know.
if it's
I
not-
just think that
I mean, where would the solution lie?
I don't know where the solution would lie, but there needs to be a solution. That's all I'm saying.
I agree there needs to be a solution, but I'm just
Because there are people like me that are legitimately
or should
struggling.
the government step in and put a cap?
And I'm not. Listen, I'm not. I don't know how to say this. I make enough money to live a decent life. Okay, we're not struggling, right? If I can't afford it, there are people that are
But-
way worse off than me.
Let's go back and talk about this for a second, though. So, do you think?
I don't want to because
No, I mean, this is really interesting because here's the thing. You're right. Something needs to be done. So, do we give government the power to regulate the amount of profit some of these companies? And here's what I'm going to say: companies that are vital to society, like your big pharma, oil production, all of these type of companies that are products that people need to survive.
what I
Do
think.
we cap their profit at a certain percentage?
No, because the government should not be involved like that, especially in a private business. But what I do think is that you, in situations like this where it's a pharmaceutical that is known for a very specific cause that can help people, there should not be a copyright on it.
And here's
And then
my-
anybody can make it.
But here's my thing: if you come up with the formula,
Hmm.
should someone be allowed to use your technology?
Shouldn't you want
Well, that's what I'm
everyone
saying.
to have
See,
access?
that's what I was getting at. To me, it's not about regulation; it's about personal responsibility, and
Mhm.
corporate responsibility.
Absolutely.
That's where the change needs to be.
And I think if they're gonna, especially in in healthcare, with not like, because you have drugs that are like like phentermine that are literally just to for weight loss or whatever. But I'm talking about the drugs that people need to live, right?
Right.
They have to have them to live. Those drugs should not have a copyright on them. Anybody should be allowed to make
I'm not
those.
necessarily
And then
gonna say-
you don't have this monopoly.
I'm not
on-
necessarily going to say there shouldn't be a copyright, but what I am going to, because most copyrights are only for a certain amount of time, then people can start producing them.
Not copyright, patent, right?
Or patent, yes. Well, I know what you're talking. What do you mean?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, at some point, there has to be corporate responsibility to say, hey, we don't necessarily need to make $10 billion a year. We could get by on $10 million and lower the prices.
I agree with you. However, lining their pockets is way more important than personal responsibility.
That's what I'm saying, but corporate
right?
responsibility
So,
needs to come into play.
but that's not ever going to happen. So we have to take steps to like get around that, right? Like we have to make it where
But should we have
if we have let's take the this stupid COVID vaccine. Imagine if one company had the patent on that and didn't allow anybody else to use it.
Well, see, I'm okay with that if they're scientists, because here's the thing. Other companies can develop similar serums with barely alternate formulas.
Right, but
That's their own formula. So a patent doesn't really stop companies from making something. It stops them from making that as a product. They can still do
is that
development
product
and
better than
research.
all the others?
Who knows if we don't make the other products?
I just think there's
See,
got to
that's the
be
thing. So
there's
how
got to
many-
be a solution here
So back to
because
COVID, how many COVID vaccines were out? Like 3 or 4?
I have no idea.
So there was like 3 or 4 different ones.
I was one of the anti-vaxxers.
So no single corporation, everybody had their own formula or their own technique. But if you're willing to invest in it, then you can develop.
Yeah, but the
what you
problem
develop.
is that with some of these vaccines, aren't they now seeing
Some
problems?
side effects, and yes, some
Yeah.
repercussions. Yes, they are. But here's the thing: there again, the actual process of getting it approved by the medical
And those
association.
wait, they made those. They made
the Food and
those.
Drug.
Did the government like say these are all going to be free, or did you have to
They
pay?
they were all taken care of for a certain amount of time, but I think that's expired now.
Why can't we do that with
But your
diabetes?
insurance-
And why can't we do that with cancer? Why
That's-
can't we do that with all those?
But that goes back to you not wanting to put governmental regulations and controls on the companies. That's what I'm asking. I'm not saying complete oversight.
I don't know. My overall view of the government is I don't want them in my life.
Right.
I don't.
And
I want to
I agree.
live my life the way I want to live my life with no government control over my life.
I
Okay.
agree, but then
Taxes are an issue for me. I don't love the way COVID was handled. I think it was bullshit. Any kind of regulation that you're putting and restricting my rights with is bullshit.
Do you wear a seatbelt?
To be honest, do you want me to be honest?
Yeah. I mean, I don't care. Yeah.
No,
I mean, I do care. I don't mean it like that. Do you smoke cigarettes?
I vape.
Okay. Do you know the repercussions of vape has not been discovered yet?
I don't
They
care.
don't know what damage
I
it's
don't want
gonna
the
do.
government telling me I can't vape.
And they don't, right?
They tell you can't vape until you're a certain age.
Well, you can't drink to your certain age.
Yeah,
There should
that's
be
bullshit,
limitations
too.
On everything.
It's bullshit too. I'm sorry. You
you
can
think
you
that-
can go out and join the military and be armed in the military at 18,
Right.
but you can't have a beer,
Well,
right?
see,
And now they've upped everything. Where like smoking, drinking, all that stuff is 21. You can't buy
now,
a
see,
firearm
that's a
until you're
different subject.
21,
I think it should all be 18.
but you can join the military, you can vote.
I think everything should be 18 if that's our legal age.
I
But
agree.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know that 18 needs to be the legal age anymore because the maturity level of individuals at 18.
Well, yeah, because it's a I don't want to get into all that, but Whew.
Man, our show went from funny to political. And to be honest with you, we both have the same political views. I'm just asking questions to spur conversation.
well,
Because I do think at some point, if you have
The thing
corporate
is-
responsibility, you really
is
do
that
need
I
government
don't-
intervention.
I don't know enough about the subject to have an intelligent conversation with you about it. And so when you keep asking me questions, I feel like I'm going to say something that's going to make me sound incredibly stupid.
No, you
And
were fine.
I'm like backtracking, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't have the solution. I just know that there needs to be one.
Here's my whole point that I was making to that. If you have corporate responsibility, where they take into consideration that people should not have to make choices between feeding their family and getting their medicine,
Right.
then there's no need for government regulation. But until we get to the point where big pharma and these big companies are not so hyper focused on profits,
Yeah, but the problem is that, what is the word I'm looking for?
balance.
No.
The word I'm looking for is balance. There needs to be a balance. Now I understand, and I'm all for it. Every business is there to make a profit, make your money. But at some point, corporate responsibility should kick in and say, hey, if people can't afford our medicine,
It's capitalism. It all boils down to capitalism. And the thing is that we don't want to get rid of capitalism because...
but here's the thing, with, as Benjamin Franklin said, with freedom comes responsibility. Okay? So as a corporation that's making a product, now I'm not talking about every product they make.
No.
I'm talking about the products that people need to maintain their livelihood.
Right, I agree.
Okay?
I agree.
That's where you have to step in and say, hey, you know what? Yes, we could sell it for $700 for a month's supply.
Mm-hmm.
But we
That's
could still-
$700 with the manufacturer
But
coupon.
we could still make profit on it.
It was $1,100 originally.
But we could still make profit on it if we sell it at $200 for a month's supply or $100 for a month's supply, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, and you can still make 20%.
And I
profit.
understand, like, in the first year or so, you're trying to make back everything that you
I
put
get
into
that.
it. However, charging one person $1,100 a month for this medication,
is entirely too much.
yeah.
And I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like, if your company makes aspirin, sell them for what you want. If your company makes naproxen, sell it for what you want, because you know there's plenty out there. But if you want to sell it for what you want, because that's not vital. But if it's something that's vital,
Mm-hmm.
a vital drug
Mm-hmm.
that someone has to have for survival, should not
I think if
be priced at a point where it makes them make a choice. between
Yeah, I
food
agree.
and-
Especially if a doctor says, "Here's the pre-authorization form. Here's what they need it for. Here are their labs. Like this, this is a legitimate case, and we
Right.
need this medication."
Right.
Then that patient should be able to get that
And,
medication.
even if you want to, like you said, this drug is, some people use it for diet. Okay, if they're using it for diet, leave it at $1,100 a month if they want to buy it for that.
Right.
But if you have the legitimate diagnosis
Right.
with the facts to back it up,
Right.
the test, then you can do a coupon for that or whatever you want to do. But then it comes down to $100 or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you still want to use it for diet, you're welcome to do that, but it's going to
Yeah.
cost you this amount.
It's just really, and I'm frustrated because I've been fighting this battle for weeks between the doctor and the pharmacy and the insurance. And I have to tell you, okay, this pharmacy, the people in that pharmacy were not nice to me because I kept having to go up there and like, okay, here's this coupon. Can we try this? Like, how much is it now? And how much is it now? And you know what I mean? And they were super mean about it.
Don't
Super
go back
mean
to that
about it.
pharmacy then.
And I was like, like I said, like I don't even care about losing weight. That's not the purpose.
That's not-
I
yeah.
I am trying to stay alive.
Now, if you come to me and said the only reason I want this drug is to lose weight, then you pay the $1,100.
Right. And it wasn't even my idea to go on it. You know why? Because I would rather play in traffic than inject myself. Okay. I would rather just die than inject
Just
myself.
noticed how big my hand looks on the screen.
So it's not like I went into the doctor and I was like, "Give me this."
Right. Well, no.
In fact, she had to she had to persuade me
To take them.
to do it. And I even had it worked out where my mom would come once a week and inject me with the diabetic medication because I can't. It took me probably 15 minutes to prick my finger for the first time. Because your body's natural instinct is
Not to do
not
it.
to cause yourself pain,
That's like-
right?
all right. Let me ask you a question.
It goes against my entire, like, all of my
Can you put
instincts.
eye drops in?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I can't. My eye. If you get anything close to my eye,
Mm-hmm.
it's like a muscle just closes down and it will not open. I mean, you can actually try to force it open, and it's like
Yeah, well, I think contact lenses kind of killed that
somebody's
for me.
knocking. Did you eat beans?
No.
Oh, it keeps going.
I actually haven't eaten anything today.
It keeps going. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny.
Anyway.
But yes, insurance, and you know, there again, insurance companies need to kind of look at their profitability and what's going on with that as well. So
Well, it's...
there's a lot
you
of
know.
things that need to be addressed in society as far as being focused back on the needs of the individuals in society.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, I don't know that that's happening right now.
I don't know.
That was a really heavy part of the show.
Well, because I've been struggling with it for the last few... And it just kind of like...
Everything came out.
Well, you know, we just finally... Like, we found out yesterday that it was just a no-go for any of them. And I would have to not only stay on this medication that is not... or wasn't working prior, but now we have to like double the dose, which is like an astronomical amount a day.
Well, I started back running today. You can join me, and then you won't have to worry about it.
Hard pass. I ran today too.
To the bathroom?
in my flip flops into the
Across
Home Depot.
Across the Home Depot parking lot.
Yeah.
How'd that work out for you?
Well, I have to say I wasn't winded when I got back in the car.
Hey,
So
I'm impressed.
yeah.
So you'll be gone to Florida next week.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your plans when you get to Florida? Let's lighten it up a little bit.
Well, I'm going to go to the beach. And I'm going to go to the beach. And I'm going to drink. And I'm going to go to the beach.
Okay.
We'll probably go eat.
And then we're going to go to the beach.
And then we're going to go to the beach.
And we're going to drink.
We might do some... we'll probably do some shopping.
And then we're going to eat.
And then we'll eat.
And then we're going to drink.
And we'll... Yeah, we'll drink. And we'll go to the beach.
Sounds like a fun week to me.
I will not have my work laptop with me.
Which is the first.
Which is for the first time since we've been going down there.
Sound like they're doing major construction downstairs. Are they rearranging? Tearing out a wall.
You never know.
You never know with those two that are down there. This is true.
You never know.
This is true. So you'll be gone from Saturday to Saturday?
Yeah, so we leave the 24th and then we'll come back that following.
So folks, you kind
the
of get a reprieve.
first, I
So
think?
for the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks, there'll be no new shows.
Well,
I mean, there will be drop-in shows, but we've already recorded them.
no, we'll drop 2 and I think we'll do, we'll have a week without a show because you'll be gone the week after I get back, right?
I think that's the week. It's the 5th or something. That might be the week after the week.
No, because we come back on the 1st.
Okay, so yeah, I will be on that following week.
Yeah. So, you'll have to do without us for a week, I guess.
It's terrible. But that's okay.
Unless you want to do 3 today.
If we'd done some research, maybe.
I know, I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I think it's about time. When you're grilling tonight.
I'm grilling?
Did you not know that? It's Father's Day. I don't have to grill.
Tomorrow's Father's Day. It's not Father's Day.
So you're telling me I have to grill?
I'll stand out there with you.
I did get some peppers and onions to put on the grill, too.
I'm not Beverly.
Yeah, but you're eating low carb, so I got those so you would have something different.
Okay.
I was trying to be nice.
I'll eat them.
You don't
I
have
can't.
to eat them.
I am gonna eat a hamburger on a bun though, because I have literally not eaten anything
Yes.
today.
I have hamburgers. We got Nathan's hot dogs.
I don't like hot dogs.
We got onions and peppers.
My mom used to cut up hot dogs and put it in macaroni and cheese. It was a meal. We were poor. It was, yeah.
Somebody else told me that when they were little, their mom and dad made spaghetti, or mom, whoever it was, made spaghetti with hot dogs in it. I was like,
I've heard about that too. Yeah, I've also heard that of people having spaghetti instead of sauce, they use ketchup.
Really?
Hmm.
You know, now that I think about it, the macaroni
No, that's
and
gross.
cheese with hot dogs really doesn't sound that bad.
Well,
It's kind of like a cheesy coney.
like I ate it because that's, you know,
But
it
it
was
doesn't sound
at the
bad.
time it was eat what you have on your plate or starve, and so I ate it, but we had it a lot, and so now I can't stand hot dogs, and I still love macaroni and cheese, but I can't stand hot dogs.
See,
Same thing with bologna. I can't handle bologna
see, I don't
because we
even
had
like
it so
bologna and
much.
cheese.
Um,
I love bologna and hot dogs.
although so my mom, like, we would get government food, like government cheese and stuff, and so they would give her live yeast, I think, like yeast to make bread, and so it would have to sit in our fridge, in a bowl while, like, and do something. I don't know what it was doing in there, but anyway, you would open the fridge and there was a bowl, a clear glass bowl with things swimming in it. You're like, ugh. But she made the best bread. It was so good.
Here's the thing with bread.
Bread was amazing.
Here's the thing with bread. Like when I was young, which was a long time ago, you really didn't use like hamburger buns and hot dog buns a lot. You just used regular sliced bread.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to like to take hamburger buns and like put them in the oven with butter and just make toast out of them because it's so much better.
So, she would make her pot roast, and we would eat, and then the next day there was always more gravy left than there was,
Right, yeah.
so the leftover roast, she would like chop it up and put it in the gravy, and then put 2 pieces of white bread on a plate and dump the gravy and roast on top of it, and we'd be like,
people used to do that and put like mashed potatoes on top of it too.
it was always better the second day for me.
Yeah. See, I'm not a roast eater.
Same with spaghetti. Spaghetti's good the first day, but
it's better.
It's good to say, yeah.
But spaghetti has to be with angel hair pasta only. I don't eat other pasta.
I'll eat any kind of pasta.
I'm not a pasta person.
I'm not picky.
I don't do roast.
I love any kind of. I love spaghetti.
I don't do pork chops that much.
I love roast. Pork chops are okay, I guess, if they're shake and bake.
I'm not a big pork chop person, but you know, if you really think about it, I think I really do have a very limited diet.
I like a lot of the Italian, like pizza, lasagna.
I'm not a big lasagna
Tortellini is good.
I'm not like, no, see, I'm not, no, none of that, no. Pizza's about it for Italian.
You know what I've been craving? There are 2 things that I've been craving. Number 1 is pineapple. I love pineapple, and I've been craving it, and I can't have it. Anyway. Number 2, loaded Texas fries.
See, I'm not. There again, they're okay.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
They're okay, but I'm not a big fry person.
I am. Potatoes. I love them.
Today at lunch, I had a burger, and they really didn't have any side I wanted, so I got onion rings, and it was okay. But like they were out of broccoli and stuff, and that's kind of what I've gotten used to eating now.
No, I love potatoes so much. Potatoes and bread and pasta.
Now bread is my down. Bread I could, yes. And that's what I have to stay away from is bread and sugars.
Same.
And I did good. I was doing extremely well up until this last week. Not so good. I had bread with sugar a lot. Donuts. But that's okay because I'm back.
I do miss donuts. That's like on vacation, like we're like balls to the wall, like whatever we want, we're eating the shit out of it, right? This year, I can't. I'm not gonna go down there and be super ridiculously strict.
No, you still.
But I'm not going down there and like shoving my face in a cake, you know.
Yes, you will.
I would love to.
You say you won't, but when you get there,
someone give me a cake, I'm gonna shove my face right in it.
Oh, excuse me. I held the first one, but I couldn't hold the second one. Wow.
Anyway.
Let's see how long we can sit in awkward silence.
No, that's awful. That's awful.
So far, we're at 45 seconds.
I'm sure anybody that's even remotely thinking about Like, we've probably lost people that were watching at this point because of the insurance thing.
Well, not really. That was kind of interesting.
No.
It wasn't normal for us.
No.
So is it time to end it?
I think so.
All right. So for all you insurance companies out there, till next time.
Goodbye, Richard.
Goodbye, Una.